Hello people, today we're going to be doing this, which is supposed to be an apple set. It should come as no shock to anybody, but I'm not happy with it. I was afraid when I pulled the colors it was going to look too Christmassy, and I should have listened to myself because it does. So basically, if you replace all the apple stickers with Christmas stickers or decals, you'll have a decent Christmas set. So that's what we're kind of going to go with here, even though it's way too early to think about this, at least for me. But I've got a set of medium length stilettos that have been prepped already, and we're going in with a thin coat of the red, and then also we're going to do the green. I was hoping, since I picked a more light kind of what I consider more of an apple green, that it would not look so Christmassy, but I think it was the glitter that did it. And also, in hindsight, I think I should have done a white base and then just add accents of the red and green on there with the apples. But anyway, that's a project for another day. I'm going to redo another apple set at some point. Okay, that was the first coat. It is cured, and now we're going on to the second coat. I'm being extra careful with this red because it does like to wrinkle, so I want to make sure I get it very thin. Now on the other hand, I did the opposite colors of what this one is, but you'll see some of those as we go along because I just kind of alternated between the two when I was doing stuff. But that will be ready to cure. Oh no, it won't. I didn't do the green yet. As soon as the green's on, that's going to get cured. And then we will move on. I really like that color of green. I need to figure out, I need to do something else with it. Actually, more in the springtime or summer maybe. Alright, anyways, moving on now. Now there's going to be a stripe that goes across, not exactly the middle, but a little closer to the, maybe a little closer to the top, I guess. Now I could have done this part first and then painted the red on the top and the bottom, but I thought it would be easier just to do the stripe of the color on top. It got to be a little bit messy. Now this doesn't need to be perfect because it's going to be covered with glitter. So as I'm saying that, you're going to be watching me do this stripe and trying to make it perfect where it really doesn't need to be. But anyway, we're going to carry on. I'm just trying to smooth it out and get the polish, across the whole thing evenly. And it doesn't totally matter how this comes out. Frankly, I probably could have even eliminated this and just put the red on, the green glitter on there, but I didn't want to take the chance of having the red show through. I was just trying to get a little bit more polish on there because it's a little sparse. And then I'm going to clean my edges up, even though I just told you guys it doesn't have to be perfect. Whoopsie. It's just in my nature to try to make it that way, whether it needs to be or not. And, oh, nope, I thought I was done. Guess I'm not. FYI, that's just alcohol that I'm using on this cleanup brush to try and straighten it out. This was one of those things where I kept taking off more and making a little divot, and then I had to go back and try to straighten it again. So I started with a really fat stripe, and by the time I got done, I had shaved off quite a lot of it. I'm just trying to neaten it up a little bit, even though really it's not going to make any difference. like I said, I just can't help myself sometimes. I swear the rest of them are not going to take this long. Now, I don't remember if I showed the whole hand putting the stripe on or just a couple of them, so we'll see. We will see. And it looks like, since I'm going on with this, that I'm going to just show you the stripes on all of them. Or maybe not, we'll see. In case I don't, in case this is the last one you see, obviously on the green nails, you're going to do a red stripe, and on the red, we're doing green. Yeah, I'm thinking, when I redo these, I'm thinking I'm going to show like an apple slice like I did with my lemon nails from a ways back, or the watermelon ones for that matter. It had like a cut slice so you could see the inside, so that's what I'll probably do when I redo these whole apple ones. But that's not going to be for some time probably. And we're moving on to the pinky. I wasn't going to put one on the pinky, but then I decided it would look better if they all were. It would look more uniform to have them all the same. So, except for the accent now, which is going to be full glitter, the rest will all have the stripe. Next week, I'll be doing my own nails again, so we'll be on that. I'm not really sure what I'm going to do at this point, so stay tuned. It'll be a surprise for both of us because I haven't figured out yet anything. I kind of am toying with the idea of doing the vertical ombre illusion nails that everybody and their brother is doing right now. Not on all of them, just maybe on a couple, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. I kind of was going to avoid doing a tutorial on those because, like I said, everybody else is doing them. But we'll see. I might throw in one or two nails like that. I don't know. We'll see. That was part of the problem with this set too. I kind of threw this idea together at the last minute. I didn't have a real good plan going in, so yeah. It doesn't generally work out for me too well if I just sit down with some stuff and start playing around with it. I like to have an idea kind of mapped out. Now this one, when I was taking off the red, it kind of stained the green polish area a little bit, and I couldn't get it to come off. So at some point, and I don't think I show it on camera, I will go over the top portion of that nail with some more green. And here I am again making my lines perfect when they don't have any reason to be. See here, I'm trying to get that off and it's just not coming off. So I will get that fixed later. And we're still going with this one. Even though when I'm looking at it right now, it looks fine the way it was. Okay, those are ready to go in to be cured. And away they go. Beep. Okay, here we are. Now I'm going to be going in with the base. Now I sped this section up, I think, quite a lot because it's just putting on glitter, and that took me quite a while to do some of these. I was initially going to just pour the glitter over here like I would normally do, but I used a chunky mix glitter. I decided pouring it was not going to be a good idea, so I should get the brush out and just dab it on there. So on this one will be the green. Also, this green glitter is not like emerald green. It's a lighter green, so I thought maybe that would help it to not be so Christmassy, but no luck. It still turned out Christmassy. And I did get a little crazy with the glitter on this set. I don't know why. I just felt like doing glitter. But we're just going to cover this whole thing. Now it still looks a little bit sparse on there, so after this layer gets on, I am going in with the second layer of glitter on all of them. And you want to try to pat them down to get them as flat as possible, so you don't end up with a lot of stuff sticking up when it comes time to top coat and whatever else. And I'm just going to put the base on the green stripe, and theoretically that's where only the glitter should stick. In reality, it did stick along the outside of there just a little bit on some of them, and I had to do some cleanup. I had to actually break out my cuticle pusher, the metal one, and use that other end with the pointy bit on there and kind of scrape some of the excess glitter off, because it stuck on places I didn't want it. I probably should have wiped it off before I cured it. That probably would have been a smart move. So there you go. If you guys do something like this, wipe off the excess that's where you don't want it before you do the cure. Okay, moving on. I was having a little trouble getting the big ones to stick on there. I'm thinking too, in the long run, instead of using the chunky glitter, I probably should just use the regular fine glitter. That might have been easier. And here's the red. This particular glitter either came from Walmart or Michael's, I'm not sure. But this like jar of it, I mean, unless you're doing a whole lot of nails, you have like a lot of clients or whatever, and you're doing a lot, using a whole lot of glitter, this jar of glitter will probably last me the rest of my life, and I'll probably still have a ton of it left. I mean, you really don't need that much to put on, but it goes a long way. And you can't totally see what I'm doing, but it's the same as I did with the green. And those guys are all ready. I'm just going to, I think I'm going to pat them down a little bit more, just to get any of these sticking up bits down a little bit better. That one came off on me. And they've gone in to be cured. Now I'm going to go in with the second coat. This one I had already cleaned up before we got to this stage, but you're going to see me clean up some of the others. That was a bit of a pain in the butt to clean them off. But I'm just going in with the more base coat, and I will go with another layer of the glitter. It didn't fill in quite solid enough. Now, if I had used the fine glitter, I think it would have been okay in one coat. But with the chunky stuff, it just didn't fill in solidly enough. So you can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm putting more on there. I'm piling it on. Like I said, I went a bit crazy with glitter on this one, on this set. Now you can see on the other ones how it's going over. Okay, we'll get to those. I guess I'm going to go with the full glitter one first. And this one, see how it's kind of sparse on there? I wanted it to be fully solid, and I wanted it to have more layers to it, so when you look at it, once the top coat is on, it looks like it's got layers of the glitters in there. I always like when you look at somebody's nails and they've got full glitter in there with some chunky bits. It looks like you can look way down into it. I haven't fully achieved that, and I don't think I achieved that with this one, but that's what I was shooting for. And I'm just trying to get the base coat down in all the little crevices and stuff to fill it in. And once again, you can't see what I'm doing, but I am patting on glitter again like I did on the first time. And I'm just packing it on there. And apparently I'm packing on a lot of it. Okay, now we got more of a solid look going. I see some there at the top we need to fill in. All right, moving on. Oh, let me see if this one, yeah, I think I'm trying to clean this one up right now while I'm off camera again. You see all that excess on there? I'm trying to clean that off. Some of it came off fairly easily, some of it did not. Some of it I had to resort to scraping it off, like I already said. And also, this is a so-called lint-free wipe, and it's going to create a lot of problems for me here because where that glitters on there, it's rough and jaggedy, and it's going to pull little, like, kind of little slivers of fibery stuff off of these wipes. They're supposed to not leave any lint. And then that stuff is going to be stuck in the glitter, and it's going to make all this stuff that looks like long hairs in there. And I spent a considerable amount of time trying to pick all that off. And through the rest of this video, you're going to see me picking it off of places here and there. I have yet to find a lint-free wipe that truly does not leave any lint on there. And back we go with the glitter again. And I think we're done with that one. And now we got to clean up this one. And I could have avoided this whole situation too if like I said, if I had wiped that excess off before I cured it. That would have been the smart way to go. And then it doesn't want to stick back on the nail stand. Believe it or not, I did cut out a lot of extra stuff out of here. It doesn't seem like it now, but there's a lot of stuff that I cut out that was extra things taking me long. That's why it looks going to be extra choppy looking, because I had to do a lot of edits on it. I tried to cut out a lot of the parts where you see my whole arm just taking up the whole screen because I'm reaching across in front of the camera. So at least I think I got most of those out this time. Okay, is that all of those now? Nope, we got to do the red one. Okay, here, see, here's where I had to resort to the cuticle pusher, and then the thing didn't want to stay on the nail stand either. It really was glued on there good with just the base coat. I didn't get all of it off, but I got the bulk of it. Now, being that we're going to be doing striping tape along the edges of these, I was figuring if it wasn't perfect, I could cover it up with the tape, which in most instances worked. There was a couple places where I really should have got the glitter off better. But okay, you can see what I'm doing now on this one. At least this one's in the shot. I'm pretty much just blotting it on there. Trying to get it solid. Now the red ones were fairly solid. I probably didn't totally need more on the red. But I just figured I was doing it on the green. I may as well do it on this one too. Now I did end up with quite a mess of glitter, even though I'm working on top of a paper towel. Somehow I ended up with glitter still all over my desk. Okay, those have been cured now. That's 2 coats. They've been cured. Now I'm going to go over them with base coat again. I'm going to put it over the whole nail, but right there I was just doing it over the glitter because I wanted to get down in all the little nooks and crannies to help smooth it out. As I was starting to say, I had glitter all over my desk, and why I didn't think of this before, I don't know, but I ended up getting out my lint roller that I used to clean my stamper head off. Look, there's a piece of that fuzz. And I just used my lint roller on my whole mat that's there on my desk to clean that glitter right off. So that worked out pretty nicely. Although for about 3 days after I finished this set, I've still been unpicking glitter off of parts of me that how it's still on me, I don't know. Every now and again I'll look down and I'll see a piece of glitter stuck on me somewhere. Oh, how it still can be there after, days of, changing clothes and everything else. I don't know, but that's glitter for you. Okay, I've cured those. Now, okay, this step, if this works for you, then this is the only step you will need for this. It did not work out for me again, and I don't know why. Okay, this is builder gel. I was going to just go over it with a layer of builder gel to smooth them all out, get everything encapsulated in there nicely. And if it had stayed the way it looked as I got it on there, everything would have been fine. But I don't know if it's this particular brand that has an issue or what the deal is, and I've had the same problem with this before. I put it on there. I even cured it for double time. So I cured this for 4 minutes when I cure it. And then when I go to wipe off the sticky layer, half of the gel comes back off with it, so it's not fully curing. And then I'm back where I started with everything being all rough and bumpy. So if this works for you and your builder gel will encapsulate everything nicely and you can smooth your finish off and get everything, smoothed up, then great. Then that's all you'll need to do for that. But I am going to end up having a whole nother series of steps after this because it did not work out for me again. And I don't know why. I think next time I do have a different other kind of builder gel, which I may try that one next time I need to use it. And if that doesn't work again, then I'm going to be done using it. But we're just going to encapsulate all of these. Mainly what I wanted it for is to smooth them out and level off the top and the bottom so it's going to be the same height as where the glitter is. And smooth off the glitter. Okay, so those are going to go into cure, and as I said, first I'm going to hold them upside down, let the gel run back up to the center. I did keep them like this for a while because I had quite a lot on there. Now those cured for 4 minutes. Now as I'm going to wipe off this, you're going to see that it's going to look like I didn't even do anything with that gel. It's going to be just as bumpy as it was before. And I don't know. It doesn't even seem like it cured at all. So, yeah, I don't know what the deal is with it. But like I said, if yours works out for you, and see, this is another area where I got a lot of fuzz from the wipes on there. So now I'm going over it with top coat. I'm going to put a fairly heavy layer of top coat on here. Now this part is where I spent a lot of time picking the fuzz off. But I'm going in with the heavy top coat layer. And they've gotten a bit misshapen now again. See, I can see where the gel has made some parts of them fatter, but it's weird that it's like it stays on some parts and not on others. I just don't get it. Now, to be fair, I don't work with builder gel very often, and I haven't in the past either, so could just be the issue with how I'm doing it. I mean, I don't know. But I should have just gone with the base coat, top coat method for encapsulating these like I've been doing lately. And there is another big piece of that fuzz. All right. I think I got it off of there. Or not. Now I'm not sure if it's off or on. I guess it was still on. Jeez. It seems like none of these sets ever go easy for me. Besides the fact that I haven't been able to come up with a set that I've liked in a while here. They just aren't going easy either. They're giving me problems. I think my mojo is on the fritz. There's another one. All right, those are going to be going into cure as soon as I'm done with them here. I'm going to let those hover upside down for a bit too, since I put such a heavy layer on. Okay, now I'm going to just go in and give them a file and buff. Now, if your builder gel worked out and you're skipping this whole step and this whole process of these steps, you won't need to do this. Or you could skip the builder gel step and just go with a couple layers of a layer of base, couple layers of top, and then file and buff, which is what I'm doing. And I'm only going to show you this one nail of the filing and buffing. The rest I will do off screen because it took me a good while to do them all. I just wanted to smooth them down and try to get the shape back on them because some of them got really wonky looking. Okay, and those have all been buffed and filed, and now I'm just going to use my wipe with some alcohol and clean all the filing dust off of there. And as you can see, I got a rip in my glove from filing. I filed through it. And managed to get some kind of gel in there along the way, so I had a bit of an itchy finger for a couple days. Anyway, this is the other hand. I'm just wiping them all down. All right, now we're ready to go in with the striping tape. Woohoo! All right, now I'm going to do red and green. Now here I was trying to decide if I wanted to do red on that one or green. I ended up going with the same color as what the glitter was. Now these are a handy dandy dispensers for striping tape that I got off of AliExpress. I think I got like 10 of these for maybe a couple dollars. I'm still trying to decide. Okay, now I'm going in. I decided to go green on there. And we're back to our friend, the striping tape. Oh, I don't like to use this very often because it's really kind of a pain in the butt to work with, at least for me, but I do like how it gives you such a nice, clean, finished edge on stuff. Now, if I had polish, like glitter polish, the fine glitter with red and green, I would have just done that and painted them on, but I don't, so I suppose I could have mixed some up, but I didn't. Theoretically, this should be quicker, but it isn't. Also, wants to give me trouble sticking for some reason. We're going to deal with those little ends that want to pop up here in a bit. And now I'm fishing around in my desk, probably looking for scissors. Yep. Hey, when you want to cut your tape off, you want to cut it off just a skosh shy of the edge, because that way, when you top coat your final top coat, you're going to get the ends fully enclosed in the top coat. If you don't, and they're sticking out a little past the edge of the nail, you're going to be tempted to play around with them and pick at them, and next thing you know, you're going to have that peeled off of there. But I'm going to go in on the ends with the ones that don't want to stay down properly with a little nail glue. And I'm just going to put that right under the end there. Just a little dab. And then we're going to press that in carefully, or you will glue your glove or finger to the side of there, which I have also done before. Those were staying down mostly, so I just decided to put a little bit on the top of it just in case. Okay, now they didn't all need gluing at the edges, but some of them did, so that's what we do. That's what I do when I have problems with the ends staying down. You definitely want to make sure the ends of your striping tape are firmly down before you top coat over it, because if that wet top coat gets under there, then it ain't going to stick to nothing. Now this is where I'm trying to cover up that glitter that's sticking out with the tape. And I can tell you at the top of this one, where I'm going to put this next piece of tape, I did not get that piece of glitter that's there fully covered up, so I should have scraped it off before, but lo and behold, I did not. And so now it sticks up on that part. It's also not straight on either one of those. I think these are the only two I'm going to show. Okay, just trying to straighten it out a little. That one didn't get cut close enough on that part. And now I'm fishing around for my nippers. See that little end that's hanging off of there? We definitely don't want that. And it just did not want to cooperate. I don't know why I just didn't get my nippers out in the first place, because that's generally what I use to do this part. Okay. Now, see how that side is wonky looking? Yeah, right there. I'm going to try to straighten it out a little. It's not going to be perfectly straight, but I was able to straighten it out a little bit. I just wanted to move it over just a skosh and try and straighten it out. And as per usual, it didn't want to cooperate. Okay, that's better. Okay, then we're going to do that on all the rest of them. And we're done with that. Now we're moving on to the apple stickers. I'm putting green apples on the red, red on the green. You guys are on to my plan by now, I'm sure. Now, as I was saying at the beginning of this, if you just replace all these instead of the apple stickers, go with some Christmas stickers or decals in there, you'd have a decent set of Christmas nails. And not only did that not want to stay on the nail stand, but my sticker didn't want to get on there either. Okay, and we're gonna move on. Moving on. These stickers came from Amazon. I had ordered a set of fruity stickers, and there were either like 10 or 12 different sheets of different fruits in there. That got these last year, maybe, I think. I toyed with using the Fimo slices of apples for this, but decided stickers were going to be easier. But we'll see what I do when I do the next, when I do the good apple set that I'm going to do. Because I'm not really going to count this one as my apple set after this. All right, those are where we are so far. Now we're ready for the final top coat. Yay! And I'm going to go in with the final layer of white temper top coat. And almost done. In the home stretch. Okay, once those are smoothed out, we're going to cure those. And there they are, all finished. Well, if you like this set, please give me a like. And if you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. I upload every Saturday. And there's the finished picture. I will see you next time, hopefully with something better. Take care. Bye-bye.